week's edition of the Bulldog Bulletin, BsTv's No BS News Show. I'm Isabel Lopez.
And I'm Danny Villalobos.
As we mentioned last time, we'd like to dedicate the beginning of the bulletin to catching you up on what's going on right now via headlines from various news sources around the valley. So here are the top local headlines. With the midterm elections approaching, the Fresno County Board of Supervisors worry that voter turnout may be low on November 2nd. According to CBS 47 News, the number of polling locations has dropped from the usual 405 to only 205 sites, something they believe is a result of the city's poor economy. Mayor Ashley Swearingen proposed a plan to spend $78,000 to restore Granite Park last week. ABC 30 Action News says with the help of Big League Dreams, she hopes of turning the abandoned field into a successful recreation park. The mayor is expected to come up with a more sound proposal within 60 days.
Now let's talk Fresno State. This past weekend, Fresno State hosted the 16th Annual Coalition of Urban and Metropolitan Universities Conference. The conference attracts important faculty and administrators from universities all over the country in hopes of discussing improvements for both the schools they represent and their surrounding areas. Some of the featured speakers included Fresno Mayor Ashley Swearingen and the chairman of the Congressional Urban Caucus. One of Fresno County's most popular haunted attractions, Raisin Hell Ranch, has created a new experience in honor of Fresno State's centennial year. The Fresno State Blackout Maze's twisting and turning trails are designed to leave people terrified as they navigate through the maze without the help of a map or a light to guide the way. Admission to the attraction is free for all Fresno State, community college, and high school students with a valid ID through October 31st.
Instead of spending their lazy Sunday afternoon at home, some members of the Fresno community experience an alternative form of relaxation right here on campus. Here's more on the story.
Lying beneath the towering trees, the gentle breeze fluttering through their leaves, and the dulcet tones of the rushing water fountain set the scene for those who attended Sunday's Yoga on the Green here at Fresno State. Many students and members of the Fresno community gathered in front of the Kendall bookstore and took part in a public and outdoor yoga class, an image that first sparked John Shinoyam's interest earlier this year.
In New York City, Central Park in June, they had 10,000 people out there. And then in Washington, D.C., they had 2,000. Then in Times Square, they shut the street off and they had 2,000. And I saw that in a yoga magazine. And I said, wow, that'd be cool.
The local yoga instructor says the university's central location and familiarity with the practice solidified his decision in choosing Fresno State to hold these events, and hopes that it will help expose others to the relaxing characteristics of the program.
Yeah, because I think it helps with your studies and like when you have the stress of classes, and then it helps with relieving that stress and any other daily stress also.
For students like Clem, who juggle a full-time schedule and a job, the rocking chair and salute to the sun postures aim to give you a physical workout while providing different modes of relaxation. Shinoyam explains that unlike the more modern and rigorous approach to yoga, this calming style can especially be useful to students.
Because they live under a lot of stress. Grades, financial stress, the stress to succeed. There's just a lot of pressure and stress on them. So they really need to do yoga. Plus it helps prepare them for their life after college.
You can experience Yoga on the Green on November 14th and December 12th of this semester, and if that's not enough, it will be extending until April of next year.
For the Bulldog Bulletin, I'm Danny Villalobos.
The instructor hopes to see that entire strip of grass filled up with people by the end of the yoga session, so I'm looking forward to seeing if his dream becomes a reality. Up next, resident pop culture experts Cassidy Smith and Andrew Bethke introduce our new segment, Pop Culture A Go-Go.